So he had this guy come in first that is actually a sort of like a delivery. He delivered the vitamins to his office. He was like a UPS kind of delivery guy. And he said, Doc, I've got this problem with my shoulder and I'm not able to uh, pass this exam to get a better job at the auto factories. Goodhart was in Detroit, Michigan. And he looked and he saw one of his scapula was protruding in the back. And he says, that sounds like a inhibited or weak anterior serratus. And so he ended up, he just had gotten a book for his Christmas present. I mean, this one Christmas present revolutionized medicine. A chiropractor gave him a book called Muscle Testing and Function by Kendall and Kendall. I bought the book back then. I don't know if I still have it in my collection, but it's the classic. It was these two physical therapists from Baltimore that had figured out how to muscle test each of the skeletal muscles. So Goodhart thought, well, that's nice, a book that, tells you how to test muscles, but what do you do? If it's weak, what do you have to do? Exercise it? And it doesn't make much of a difference to do muscle testing on people. But on this one guy, he did something that revolutionized everything. He said, I want you to hold your arm up. So he did the anterior serratus, which is holding the arm up like this and then pushing straight down. And he noticed that the side where the scapula protruded and he had the shoulder issue, he couldn't hold it. The other one was like a rock, could push down and it was fine. It held great. Well, Goodhart intuitively said, I'm going to just palpate the origin. You could do this on yourself right now. Oh, I've been doing a lot of push-ups, and this muscle's involved in push-ups. So at the origin insertion, and this is great for massage therapists when someone has a muscle out, as well as for athletes. This is great on athletes. So he's rubbing the origin of the anterior serratus along the ribs here. And again, you can kind of feel the muscle. If you reach up like this, it's the muscle that's got a serrated edge. You can see it on the muscle charts. And then he rubbed on the insertion. And he was just palpating it just to feel the muscle. And then he checked the muscle again, and it was immediately strong. And he was like, wow, I didn't know you can instantly strengthen a muscle. So that was the first technique, Origin Insertion Technique. So there's times where, for yourself, if you have an issue like, say, climbing stairs, or especially if you had a strain, a fall or an injury, you might have pulled the origin insertion of the muscle, either or both, away from the attachment to the bone. Goodhart called it a microevulsion, where it's like, oh, this is pulling slightly away from the bone.